Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Carmen Harra, psychologist and the author of 6 books. My newest book, Holiness, published by Hay House, talks a lot about 2012. As a world event prognosticator for more than 20 years, I apply the laws of the universe and the ancient teaching to help me anticipate future events. So in this video, I want to prepare you for the events which will take place in 2012. 2012 is symbolically the year of prediction. Everyone is predicting what will happen. So predictions have a big impact in our psychology because they alter the way we think by introducing a new perspective into our reality. So now more than ever, we fear the old prediction of the Mayans coming true. And while this year won't bring the apocalypse as we know it, 2012 does hold some big surprises in store. So what will unfold in 2012? We've all heard many speculation ranging between the end of the world, just another ordinary year. The truth is far from either of these extremes. But 2012 will be a year unlike any other. The planets will come into a perfect alignment after millions of years, signaling a complete transformation for humanity. In a symbolic way, 2012 means reaching an agreement for the sake of our own evolution. Ancient prophecies understood this time in history as the end of something and the beginning of something else, but they didn't know exactly what. The Bible portrays the judgment day when the final battle between good and evil will take place and 1,000 years of peace on earth will follow. The Mayan calendar predicts a similar calamity but deems it as the end of time. So in simple language for us, both of these ancient narratives are pointing towards the end of an era. So 2012 marks the beginning of that end. 2012 is the end of the Kali Yuga, named the Age of Vice in ancient Hinduism, and the beginning of a Golden Yuga, the era of virtue and goodness. So this year marks the start of a better life on earth, the end of an era for our own greater good. And we will be in a period of major transition until the year 2033. But transitions are never easy. Transition also means letting go of much of what we know. So what if I told you that by the end of our global transition, we will no longer have the same monetary system as we do today? What if our current form of government will cease to exist in the years ahead? You might be skeptical to believe that such radical changes can take place, but they are for our own good. The truth is that our systems are broken and beyond repair. Trying to fix them is both useless and is causing us even deeper problems. So brace yourself for the human revolution and welcome the changes ahead, because this is what will really happen in 2012. The year 2012 is the year of sudden surprises. So changes in the world will come quite suddenly and we might not even be prepared for them. So just as 2010 was the year of earthquake, 2012 will be the year of monetary earthquakes. This means that banks, mortgage companies, and other systems which handle money will begin to collapse. So in the future, the many different forms of currency around the globe will no longer exist. Instead, we will have one single currency spanning the globe. So try not to keep so much money in the banks, because there is also the possibility of the satellites being disrupted. If this happens, no one will even know their balance in their bank account. So the satellites might become disrupted because of the planetary alignment, which will spark a solar flare around the second half of 2012. The temporary disruption of the satellites will accelerate the collapse of the systems. The stock market will alternate between unpredictable highs and lows. This, coupled with the continually deteriorating global economy, will make many of us reevaluate the common notion of cash as signifying wealth. In a sense, we will return to our grandparents' notion of tangible goods and properties as signifying true wealth. But this will actually lead to a spike in the house market. Natural disaster will continue to shake our world, particularly earthquakes and climate change, and will be intensified by the planetary alignment. We will experience very hot summers and very cold winters. People will continue to march in the streets in disapproval of our corrupt systems. Just like last year, leaders will continue to vanish seemingly overnight. Heightened planetary energy will affect us down to our very biology. Our DNA is changing, helping us to live longer lives and adapt a more evolved mentality and become more peaceful beings. We are also experiencing changing in gravity, which will add to our long lifespans. Many more of us will return to spirituality instead of strict religion. So we will begin to realize that religion has been far too effective in creating hatred, anger, and intolerance among us. So we will finally begin to embrace unity as our saving grace. There will be a return to nature, an appreciation for all that is natural, and a reliance on alternative medicine. Nevertheless, discoveries in the medical field will help us cure the most hopeless diseases like cancer and AIDS. In short, 2012 is the beginning of a total reconstruction of our world. There will be no end of the world, no shift of the poles, no catastrophe, just the end of a group of unfair systems and the commencement of a new way of life on Earth. This is because the number one law of our universe is evolution, and according to it, we must continue to evolve. Everything in the universe is in constant movement and transformation, and so are we. Until now, we have enslaved ourselves to our own man-made system and the computer era. So this is the year of revolt against the system which we ourselves created and no longer approve of it. We should see 2012 as the celebration of our evolution because we're finally waking up from a long sleep of thousands of years. Humanity has to let go of darkness and step into the light together. Let go of the conventions. They will not make it through the transition, but we will. And it becomes up to us to take part in our world and make it finally fair, free, and fulfilling for us all. Let us finally be the change we want to see in the world. I'm Dr. Carmen Harra, wishing you a very healthy and prosperous 2012.